Hey, how's it going, guys? Walmart just released the ONN Surf 7-inch Gen 3 tablet. Now, this is in a different color. That's one of the newest things about it. The one I got here is in yellow. There's three other colors to pick from compared to last year or 2 years ago when they came out with it. And on the back here, you've got some of the specs, or most of your specs and information. And believe it or not, I've actually got last year's box right here and tablet inside. And if you look at them together, if you want to pause the video here, you can see that everything is about the same. The only difference with the newer version is that there's double the storage, so 32 gigabytes of internal storage, with a slightly larger battery, I want to say, because on here it says that this has 8 hours of battery life. On here it shows 10, so that's what I'm going to assume. They have a slightly larger battery and it's got more storage. But also we'll check performance and everything. So the package is the tablet itself. I kind of like this yellow look, actually. I'm glad I picked this. There's the quick start guide, product guide. You can get $10 off. There's a little coupon. And finally, you've got the USB-C cable along with the wall outlet, which does not have fast charging. Dimension-wise, this is slightly thicker from last year's model. There's no textured back like they used to have. It's just kind of smooth, but it is just hard plastic. You've got your volume keys, power button, reset button. On the bottom this time, instead of the back, you've got your speaker grill, and I guess it's better than being in the back, so one step closer to the front. USB-C cable or port, and then there's the camera that's up here. There's nothing on the side. And on top here, you've got the 3.5mm headphone jack. I'm surprised that they're still including that, as well as a micro SD card slot. The front camera's in the middle, and this is kind of noticeably thicker, like these bezels. It's not really, I don't really like that too much. Took some pictures with the rear camera, and it's actually pretty good, better than expected. And I say that because everything on this bottle you can read all the way to the ingredients. Actually, probably not so much down here, but you can read everything up here. It's maybe not, not actually completely clear. So it's a little more than okay for a 7-inch device. I mean, better than the Fire tablet, that's for sure. And here's the front camera. Again, good enough to take a video call or something on Skype. Can read iPhone, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, nothing crazy. Out of the box, there's about 25.93 gigs available. I took these screenshots right when I opened it up because I had to download some stuff. There's not too much bloatware either. The main, there's Walmart's apps like Voodoo, Walmart, and I think that's it. There is this entertainment hub on the left that's still going on. This basically gives you suggestions on what to watch. Like I got Crunchyroll downloaded so you can watch all these cartoons and whatnot. And that's really sad to see. I was hoping for something more up front. Like, I hate these speakers. It's just like one small grill, it's tinny, doesn't get too loud. You want something decently loud to be able to watch stuff. At least have it front facing at this point. That would be nice. The videos can be watched at 720p on YouTube. Everywhere else, it's probably going to be 480p, like Netflix, Crunchyroll, etc. And I guess that's fine with the screen that this has. But guys, am I asking for too much to have a 720p screen, an HD screen in 2022? I think it's about time we get that. But at the same time, it might be pointless on this because the widevine level is always going to be L3. I mean, it has been for the past few years, unless if Walmart does something, makes a dramatic change somewhere. Well, who knows? Anyways, the Geekbench scores were relatively low, as you might expect. It's an MT8168B CPU and an ARM Mali G52 MC2 GPU. The scores are right here. Actually, I guess I thought it was 90 for some reason. That was probably another tablet. That's what happens when you test out so many. But yeah, they're still low nonetheless, but definitely tolerable for what it's worth. And the compute score was around 547. First game I'm checking out here is called Cookies Must Die. Weird name, I know. But I haven't really noticed too many problems here. Some frame rate drops, but still playable overall. Roblox on here is kind of slow and choppy, especially when you get to a new part. It takes a little while to render the area, so that's really what slows things down. And maybe if I try to zoom in completely, nope, that doesn't work. You can't see anything on the screen. There is, in settings, I have the graphics quality set to the lowest that it can go. And then from here, it's like, yeah, it's just not really smooth in frame rate. If you feel like you can tolerate this, then yeah, I guess it's not a bad choice. Actually, I don't think it's worthwhile. It's not really playable. I wouldn't say so. I mean, look at how much slower it's getting as I'm going up the hill. Like, you definitely notice that it's like slow and choppy. Yep. Yeah, I really wouldn't say this is too playable, unfortunately. Finally, I'm checking out Adventure Quest. This is definitely an old school game. It seems to run, the frame rate seems good now, but in combat you might notice some frame rate drops, but surprisingly this is playable. So I'm going to assume something like old school RuneScape or old 3D games will run just fine. And your basic games too. I'm just disappointed that Roblox wasn't playable. And on the back, I'm not really feeling the tablet too hot or anything to the touch, so it's not a safety hazard by any means, which is nice. And in terms of battery life, let's see what we get out of this. I mean, I know it's not really an accurate estimate, but let's see. From here, had it on for an hour and 43 minutes. The last full charge was 5 hours ago, and we're at 67%. So I guess you get maybe a little more than 4 hours of on-screen time, or 5 hours if you want to say. So that's probably going to be enough for the whole day for some people. I guess it's acceptable for a 7-inch device and for what it's worth. So I guess it's worth checking out. But also, if you're in the market, I definitely recommend checking out the Fire 7 tablet. This just came out, the 2022 model, and I have a video on it separately. And if you guys want to see a comparison video between these two, let me know. So I'll be more than happy to make one if there's enough interest. And finally, instead of a 7-inch device, these 7-inch tablets are good for kids because it's inexpensive and affordable, and they've got their own kid space on here. I haven't really shown that. But if it's for an adult like yourself, definitely check out more of the 8-inch tablets. Like this 8-inch variant has an HD screen. It has about the same specs, but a longer battery life and everything. So I'll make a separate video on this, so be sure to subscribe for that. Leave a like if you found this video helpful, and if you have any suggestions for other tablets, I'm all ears. Let me know in the comments section. As always, thanks for watching.